The Monkey follows twin brothers Hal and Bill Shelburne, whose lives are turned upside down by a cursed toy monkey that causes random and horrific deaths to occur around them. So this film was directed by Osgood Perkins and it stars Theo James, Christian Covenry and Tatiana Maslany. The Monkey is based off of the Stephen King short story of the same name, and while it definitely isn't one of my favourite short stories, I was very excited to see it be adapted to the big screen. And I was even more excited to see that it was directed by Osgood Perkins, who is becoming one of my favourite working directors in horror today. He did Longlegs last year, which I absolutely loved. And he also did The Blackcoat's Daughter, which I really enjoyed from about 10 years ago now. And he's just someone who I'm going to be watching everything that he makes. And I was there day one for The Monkey, and it absolutely did not disappoint me. I loved The Monkey. The Monkey is quite possibly the funniest film that I have ever seen in theatres. It is a cross between a disgusting splatter film and a hilarious slapstick comedy. It gets to be crowned as a splatstick film, and that's exactly what it is. It is Evil Dead 2, Return of the Living Dead style gore comedy, and I loved every second of it. It manages to hit the perfect balance of being completely and utterly ridiculous without ever feeling like it's being annoying by winking at the camera every 5 seconds. It manages to ground itself so that you can take it seriously enough that the effect doesn't get numbing after a while. But it never takes itself too seriously, because seriously, it's a monkey that every time it bangs its drums, it's a wind-up monkey that every time it bangs its drums, someone dies in the most horrific way imaginable, often through like a Rube Goldberg contraption. It's ridiculous, and it's so much fun. Now, the trailer for this film was everywhere. It was actually a really, really good trailer. It didn't give away much at all. And that's what I loved about it, is because it's the kind of trailer that you're like, all right, I'm in. I want to see this. I want to see this monkey bang its drum a bunch of times, and I want people to die in the most horrific ways imaginable. And that's exactly what you get. It's not like one of those films where, let's say, Cocaine Bear, for example, where you watch it, you're like, oh my god, okay, this is a movie, I've seen the trailer, it looks awesome. It's a bear on cocaine ripping people apart. I can't wait to go watch that. And then you watch it, and it's like 15 minutes worth of the movie is the bear on cocaine killing people. The Monkey is dedicated to making sure that it is filled to the brim with carnage galore. This movie was paced perfectly as well. It stopped momentarily to let the characters breathe every now and again, just to flesh them out, get a bit more meat on their bones. But it never spent so much time with the characters that it felt like it was sacrificing the gory goods that all got us in the seats of the cinema. We came to see a toy monkey cause chaos and mayhem, and we get that. And any time that the monkey isn't on screen, you don't feel like you're wasting time or twiddling your thumbs like Cocaine Bear did, for example. Whereas, 25-minute, half an hour stretches of that movie where you're like, where is the fucking bear? I paid money to watch a bear on cocaine, and you get barely any of that. The Monkey, you pay to watch a toy monkey kill people in horrific ways. You get shitloads of that here. And that's one of the most important things, is that you get what you pay for with The Monkey. And speaking of getting what you pay for, you get what you paid for in spades. This movie is so fucking disgusting. It is so gory and over the top and ridiculous. All the kills are treated as their own set pieces. It is like the star of the show. And it is absolutely delightful to watch. I'm talking ridiculous gore. I don't want to spoil any of the kills or say how any of them come about. But my god, they are all so cool and well thought out. Especially the ones that are like the Rube Goldberg contraptions, where it's just like, the monkey bangs its drums, all of a sudden something falls and lands and then starts rolling and rolling, and then it'll hit something else and then it'll end in chaos. It really is so fun to watch, and it's so creatively thought out. All of the actors have fantastic comedic timing, and the comedy itself is so mean-spirited. Like, this movie is so unbelievably morbid and nihilistic, but it's so morbid and nihilistic that it almost transcends itself and becomes quite profound. Like, it's just like, look, life is fucked up. Fucked up things happen every day. Fucked up things happen to people we know and care about, and there is nothing that we can do about it. we'd may as well just accept it and go along for the ride. And that is exactly what this movie is like. There's one scene where Tatiana Maslany is talking to her kids after something horrible happens at a funeral. And she's like, it is exactly what it is. Everybody dies, and that's life. It's just like, oh my God, it's so morbid and horrific. And especially like in the case that the context that appears in, it's just like, I don't think that is life. I don't think you can brush that off as an it is what it is situation. But then you think about it and you're like, you know what? You can't do anything about it. That's all you can brush it off as. And it's actually quite funny. Well, it's actually not funny. That was not how I should start off this next point. But Osgood Perkins, his dad, Anthony Perkins, died of AIDS. And his mother died in the 9/11 attacks. She was on one of the flights that got hijacked. So both of his parents, in only a few years span, died in some of the most insane and horrific ways imaginable. And that is very clear with this movie, and that is probably the perspective that Osgood Perkins had to take himself to be able to move past those incidents. You'd be sitting there thinking the whole time, why me? Why has this happened to my family? Why both my parents had to die in such horrible ways? And the only real way to cope with that is to say, yeah, it's fucked up, isn't it? But it is what it is. And that's exactly what The Monkey is. It is a jet black comedy that is like a rumination on life and death as we know it. And it takes everything in its stride. It says the world is a fucked up place with a smile. And if you go along and laugh with it, and if you have everyone laughing together, it's all the more doable. It's all the more worthwhile to do. It's all the more worthwhile to live and just accept what we are given. Play the cards that you are dealt. It is so funny to me that a movie about a cursed toy monkey ends up being so existential and thought-provoking and fun and nihilistic at the same time. I really wasn't expecting it to go to all these kind of hilariously dark places, but the fact that Osgood Perkins has done it, he's taken it, he's just gone for it. He hasn't pulled back any punches. He's just gone, this is the vision of this film. This is what it's about. It's about life. I respect it. I respect the hell out of it. This was such a fun, fucked up movie. I had an absolute blast and I would happily watch it again. The Monkey is well worth watching and well worth buying as well. Thanks for watching my review on Osgood Perkins' latest film, The Monkey. Have you seen it? If you have, let me know. And I apologize that I was gone for a couple of weeks, but I actually wasn't gone at all. I was actually doing a video essay, which is all done and ready to go. I'm just trying to get some copyright issues sorted out with it because it's blocked in every country in the world at the moment. So hopefully I'll get that lifted and get that sorted out. But until then, I will see you all later. Bye.